This video gives an overview of how to insert the student work analysis from EHS 615 into the portfolio. So this is the course-specific project. So what we did there is we knew that from the secondary faculty knew from the 600 level methods courses there would be some different projects that would go in here, as opposed to the teaching episode analysis, which is similar across all the courses. So in 615, the course-specific project is the student work analysis. It goes in 3 places. Here it is in outcome 1, and then I think it's in 4 and 7. We'll look at that there. So you'll come in and you would create a text and image section, and your reflection goes here. More on that in a second. To get your student work analysis in, what you'll want to do is attach it. Sorry about that alert that just popped up. You'll want to click on an artifact created in TaskStream, select the category. I should have looked at this before. I think this one's a web folio. Select work. There it is, the student work analysis. You could description would look like this. No, that's optional. If you want to, click save and return. And then what it's doing is, there is your attachment. So it brings that in, and then it'll bring it in, the same project in on outcome 4 and 7 later. But let's go back to this reflection. So your reflection typically could be a DRO. So you're going to describe, reflect, and orient. The describe part could be the same here and in 4 and 7 because you're describing the project, but the reflection is going to be different because this is outcome 1, and you're reflecting under outcome 1 about understanding. Oh, actually, this is performance and skills there. Creating learning experience that make concepts, tools of inquiry, and structures of discipline meaningful for students. So that's what you're using under outcome 1, the course-specific project, to show is how these assessments are showing how you can make these learning experiences, the actual content, meaningful. So then what you'll want to specifically say, notice this evaluation section, and probably if you're in the old 2010 portfolio, you don't have this rubric. It's the same rubric, and you'll be able to see it here. So here's where you are. Ignore the rest of them. We're just doing outcome 1 now. You have to be at the proficient initial level to pass high stakes. So really here you're going to reflect and say whether you think you're at proficient initial or emerging initial. Now, emerging initial is really national boards. So remember, this project is supposed to help be showing how you're beginning to make the move from here to here. And you can simply say that. Now, if you think that you've achieved this high level, fine, say it. And on this outcome, you might. More soon, more on that later. So you'll do all that, put your reflection goes in there, click, and then you click when you have it ready. You actually click submit because this is a high stakes submission. Then you repeat. You come to outcome 4, you attach the artifact again, just like you did before. You can do a description if you want to. Save and return. There it is. Oh, and because I did it in this order, they're going to be out of order, but that's okay. And then here, insert your DRO styled reflection here. And then, as you're probably realizing, you could use for the D, you can copy and paste the same description you did under outcome 1 because you're describing the project. But for the reflect, tell me how you're doing on outcome 4. Outcome 4, look at it here. Okay. So fostering growth of students of a diverse population and development of higher order thinking skills. Hopefully that makes good sense in this project. And then remember the rubric under the evaluation method. So again, take a look. Now it's outcome 4. So you should be moving from here. Proficient initial is where undergraduates are when they finish student teaching, to here, where is pretty much fully national board, so you're probably somewhere in between, and just say that. Talk about your growth. Now, if you think you're already up here, you can say that. Remember, these are not national board standards, this emerging advanced, but in your faculty's minds, they are aligned with national boards. So then, okay, no shocker now. Same for outcome 7. Attach, I'll cancel that. Attach the project, add a text and image section, add a DRO, focus it on outcome 7, which is planning developmentally appropriate instructions based on scholarly and pedagogical knowledge. Okay, so for this one on your course-specific project is going to be probably how you use the project to help you think about where students are and respond with your instruction. Now, I'm looking at this one, and we've got an error in our database. We don't even have a national board's level 4. So you'll just have to be able to react to that you are moving beyond this. Hope that all makes sense. 3 places and a DRO, and then the main thing is that the reflection is different on each one of them. Oh, and I haven't mentioned the orient part. So on the orient part, for each of those, the sorry, there we go. The O part, remember with orient, you're pointing your reviewers to a place in the project that helps them see your level of attainment. So for outcome 1, content knowledge, which are you going to point them to a certain sample? Whereas for 4, where it is this instructional strategies, would you guide them to look at a second sample? And then for 7, instructional decisions, would you guide them to look at another sample? Or it's wherever you think it goes. Just orient them so that they don't have to look at the whole sample for everything.